Hey guys, it's your girl Mel. Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to do another Q&A that you guys have been requested. You guys have sent in your questions. I have them here. I chose specific ones because a lot of them were repeated. Every time I ask questions or like do a poll on Instagram, usually you guys ask the same exact questions. So I just chose a couple that are kind of like questions I did not really answer throughout the other Q&As and like other videos that I have created on my channel. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so basically all of these questions are from Facebook and Instagram, and if you haven't had the chance to send in your question, I may do another Q&A in the future depending how these type of videos work out. But I'm just gonna get started because we have a couple to do. So the first question is school hard? I don't think school is hard. I think online school is hard. Like, I don't think the content is hard. I think if I was physically in school, I would be more focused and more like, you know, into learning and stuff. But just being online, there are a lot of like things that I am prevented from, like having my own space and just having like a quiet room or a quiet area, or even just going out to like a library or a cafe has been prevented from COVID. So I think school is hard to a certain extent, but just online school just makes it that one step harder. But we're getting through it and we will push through it, guys. I know a lot of you guys are students, and I know a lot of you guys have reached out to me about school and how I like do school with a child. So I may do a video with that. I actually filmed a little bit about me like 1 week leading up to my exams and like how I studied and like how that works, but I don't know if I'll post it because it's not like the greatest video, just because I forgot to film a lot of things because I was so focused on this exam. But we will see in the future what other contents I will bring. So the next question is, do you regret anything like in your teen life? I don't know if it's like towards like having a baby young, like in my teen life, but I don't regret anything. Like, I think when you're at the moment, like at the moment when I found out I was pregnant, obviously there was like different things that I wanted to do, like should I keep the baby, adoption, stuff like that. Like, I think that's like one thing that I do regret, just thinking about those things, because I can never like imagine a life without Cleo at like right now. So I think that's one thing I regret, kind of just going through that process, or even thinking about like going through those things, having those things like being done to my child. But I don't really regret anything, to be honest, because everything's falling to place, you know. God has a way, and God will always provide. So I do not regret anything because I believe that God will always have a plan for us. So the next question is, where did you get the idea of your daughter's name? So my dad's name is actually Leo, and his middle name is C. I'm not gonna say the full middle name. And then Bautista, of course, my last name. So her name is actually Cleo Rose Bautista. So if you put the C from my dad's middle name in front of Leo, it spells out Cleo. I also got the name from Bretman Rock's sister's daughter. I think that's right. I think Bretman Rock's sister's name's Princess, and she named her daughter Cleo Amore, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I don't remember, but I found that name through them, and then I was like, oh my god, that like my dad's name is Leo, and then C, I was gonna say last name, I meant middle name, C, and then you put that in the front, it makes Cleo. And then the Rose comes from Ross's grandma, and her name is Lola Rossi, so we decided to put Rose as her middle name, and then obviously Bautista is my last name, since we're not married and stuff like that. So the next question is, what is your height? So I get this a lot, actually, but I think the last time I measured, I think I'm like 5'3", maybe 5'4". People say that is tall for an Asian, which okay, but like I have a lot of friends who are way taller than me, and they're as much Filipino as I am. So yeah, but I think that's my height, maybe 5'3", 5'4", somewhere around there. Okay, so the next question is, most memorable moment in your life together and in your own life on your own. So I think the most memorable moment with Ross and I together. I think that's how it is, or like maybe family. I think the most memorable moment was probably a lot throughout my pregnancy. I think there's a lot of moments, and then also like when Cleo obviously came out and stuff, that was a really memorable moment for like my entire family, because it was like all of us are gathered together just to celebrate Cleo's birth and like to celebrate me being a mother and Ross being a father. So that was like probably one of her memorable moments that I have together. Also her first birthday, because that's when I actually told you guys, like Instagram and family and friends, about the news about Cleo, because I did keep her a secret for my entire pregnancy, so 9 months, and then a whole year, so until she was 1. So around 2 years she was pretty much, I wouldn't say a secret, because I feel like that's such a like a broad term. Like she wasn't really a secret, like people knew about her. We were going out, it wasn't like we were like isolated or like kept her captive in a way. It was kind of just like we didn't want to like say it to the world, you know what I mean? So I think that's one of our memorable moments. But in our own lives, graduating from high school, that was a memorable moment for me, because like again, family was like all together celebrating something. I'm not really sure about Ross, but like if he does have an answer, and if I do remember to get an answer, I will insert it right now. But if I don't, then that was just awkward in what I did, because I paused. But anyway, let's just go to the next question. So the next question is, what is your love story? I love your little family. Thank you. Love story. So Ross and I actually met on Snapchat. So I think we both followed each other, and then that was when like snap streaks were like a huge thing, like keeping your snap streak. So I remember, I think Ross and I almost had a whole year of snap streaks, but when we talked about it before, we honestly don't remember what we sent each other. Like I had too many streaks and he had too many streaks that we didn't really like notice each other's, if that makes sense, like actual streaks, like what we sent to each other for streaks. But there was this one time where I asked if anyone wanted to study, or like FaceTime and then study, and then he was one of the first person to reply. So I'm like, okay, bet. So we FaceTime, and then ever since then we started just studying. And there's actually a story that where I thought he declined me, because I thought I liked him first, but I guess we had mutual likings for each other, but I actually liked him, and I was like, you know, trying to process it a little farther. And then I think he like friend zoned me. He says he didn't friend zone me, but I'm pretty sure he did. If you guys want to hear that story, please let me know, comment, like, subscribe. It's honestly like one of those stories where like me and him still fight about it, just because I get so like angry, because I'm like, I never get declined, like you declined me. But yeah, and then ever since then, like it's history. Like we just started hanging out. He went to Morningside Centennial Campus, I went to, where did I go, Ashton B. He started coming over, and then like after a week of us talking, he got a car, and then we started like going out. So it was like a whole thing. Maybe I can do a separate video with him in it, so if you guys want that, comment, like, and subscribe. So the next question is, what happened to your baby daddy? He's still with me. Ross is pretty much has been with me since day 1, since we found out I was pregnant to the day that she came out. When I was pregnant, we were living in like 2 households. Like we weren't kind of like seeing each other too much, just because it was like a big thing. But when Cleo came out, the first day that I came home, he came home over to my place, slept over for the first time, and ever since then he slept over like till today. Like, but we sleep over to his house, my house, so it's always just like a back and forth, but we pretty much never separated since then. So the next question is, how old are you? What course are you currently in? So I am 21 years old. I turned 21 February 2nd, so about a month ago, to be honest. And the course I'm in is RPN, so I'm in Registered Practical Nursing in Centennial College. And what made you start your channel, Inspirational YouTubers? Wait, what made you start your channel? Okay, so inspiration. Okay, so actually I want to shout out 2 channels. that have inspired me to start my YouTube channel, and that is Holly Gabrielle. She inspired me with schooling wise because she was a student at Cambridge University, and she kind of just vlogged her entire journey through that, and now she's graduated. She went to Australia for 3 months, vlogged that, and now she's back into school. I don't really know like her entire life, like because I watch so much YouTube that like I forget like whose life is what, but that's pretty much the summary of it. So she kind of inspired me to do my notes and stuff like that. So her, and also It's Me Lexi 1, and she's like a smaller YouTuber, I think, or well, they're both kind of like in the same area, but she is one of the first people that I subscribed to when I first started my channel, and she is the same age as me, I believe, or like a year older or a year younger, but I think she's the same age as me. I think she's a 2000, and her life was basically like what I inspired to be, like shopping vlogs and like school vlogs and like traveling vlogs. And her mom was very supportive, but she sadly passed away from cancer. So yeah, that was a really hard moment because it felt like she was so much part of my life, like the mom as well, because I used to watch her all the time, that it hit, you know what I mean? So she doesn't make that as many YouTube videos anymore. Like I don't think she has posted in months, like after her mom passed away, and I think that was about 2 years ago. So yeah, but I still do watch all of her videos. She's now studying in New York, so I do still inspire from her, and hopefully we can. The next question is, how does pregnancy feel? I think if you ask any mother this, I don't really know how to explain how pregnancy feels. I know for a fact that when I was pregnant, Cleo's legs were like hitting my ribs all the time, so I think that was like the only thing that I can really remember how it feels like, because it was in so much pain. Like, so here are my ribs, and she would basically, like, her legs were like here, and she would kick onto my ribs like all day, all night, doesn't matter. I think I'll insert some clips here. But with pregnancy, I think I ate a lot of very healthy options. Like I did not really eat too many like bad things just because I wasn't feeling like it. So I was eating a lot of foods that were like very energizing. So I was walking pretty much like every day. Like I always wanted to get up. I always wanted to do something, like either cleaning, going out. I would like literally like walk alone, go downtown alone, go out with friends. So I was very like an energized pregnant woman, to be honest, not gonna lie. So pregnancy didn't do me that dirty, because I know a lot of people would have like swollen feet and like their stomachs were like too heavy that they would be tired. No, I was like, we were going on hikes, like we were doing everything. I didn't really have swollen feet. So I think my pregnancy was just a little bit different on how people expect pregnancy to be, but it's different for every woman. All right, so the last question is, when will the stationery giveaway drop? So you guys have been asking me, like literally DMing me all the time, when will the stationery giveaway drop, and like all the rules. I gave like a little hint on Instagram of like when it will drop, but if you don't know already, once I hit 400 subscribers, which as of right now it's 50 subscribers away, I will drop the stationery giveaway. So if you guys are interested in that, you must be subscribed, you must follow my Instagram, and you must tag your friends on my Instagram post, and also comment something that I'm not gonna say yet, something under a video before I post that video, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna do a pre-video before the stationery video, and that's kind of like how you will enter. So stay tuned for that video, and stay tuned for that giveaway, because it is $100 worth of stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Any video suggestions that you guys must have for moi, and I am so super grateful for you guys. You guys have made this journey so nice. And I thank you for all my subscribers, and I hope that we can reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That is my goal, and if I reach more, then that is wonderful. But please comment, like, and subscribe for more content, and I love